into Tszyu versus Sebastian Fundora. This fight is for Tszyu's WBO title at 154 pounds. How is it that we're going to see Tszyu beat him? Can he beat him? And the answer is simply yes. Yes, he can beat him. I'm picking Tszyu to beat Sebastian Fundora. But when it comes to how that's going to happen, it's got to be the body attack at this point. It has to be. We know the power can crack. Absolutely. We know that Tszyu is somebody who likes to start slow to some degree. He doesn't have a outlandish output of punches. He's methodical. He will pick his shots. Got one of the lowest output of any champions in the boxing world today. But he will damage you. Damage you so much. And once he has you hurt, that's when you see him really open up. What's going to be the key to beating Sebastian Fundora? Ironically enough, it's going to be with exactly what Fundora wants to do. The way to knock out Sebastian Fundora is to beat Sebastian Fundora at his own game, which for a brother who's tall like a skyscraper, loves to fight on the inside, will want to get and scrap on the inside. And against somebody like Tszyu, if you are more willing to up your output of punches with the power that you have against the long, rangy body of Fundora to set up a clean shot to the head, that's the way to do it. Beat him on the inside, and you have Sebastian at your mercy. You really do. Now, this could all change, however, if Sebastian has learned, or rather has opted now, since the knockout, to fight on the outside. We know he has incredible length, but he doesn't utilize it. He in essence, smothers it, which is insane. Willingly, because he loves to fight on the inside. He does not want to use his length to out jab you or to pot shot you. He wants to get down and dirty with you. But now it finally caught up to him when he got knocked out by Mendoza. So since that's the case, if he does opt to fight on the outside, that could change the whole dynamic of this fight. If he fully utilizes that long, rangy length that he has at his disposal, it could be a very tough time for somebody like Tszyu to be able to get to him and to be able to beat him, due to the low output that we've seen him have on a consistent basis. Now again, all this is speculation, understand it. And there are many holes in Sebastian Fundora's game, no doubt about it. There's a reason why he got knocked out by Mendoza. Like when he puts his hands down more often than not. Like when he escapes out the pocket without his guard. Like the lack of head movement to some degree that we see Fundora have with that tall and lanky body. We know that he's able to be caught. Yes, he is. But that's because he's normally put himself in that situation to be caught. Nobody was just able to do it. Now, if he chooses to fight on the outside fully, could change his whole dynamic. It really could. Because then he could literally just use his jab and out-volume Tszyu. As long as he avoids major shots and major damage, and that could be something. Because mind you, Mendoza in the early rounds was beating Tszyu with just volume. Yes, he was. Wasn't until later on in the fight when Tszyu started coming on and hurt him. That's when, okay, we saw the tide shift in the nature of the fight change, and okay, now Tszyu is winning. But he was being outpointed just by sheer amount of punches by Mendoza. We could see Sebastian Fundora do that same thing. We could. But I don't think that we'll see Sebastian Fundora win. I really don't. And I think we'll see Tszyu retain, knock out Sebastian Fundora, and beat him up. I think we'll see him beat him up. Especially if we see Fundora again opt to fight on the inside. It is a tall task for Tszyu, literally, because of the outright height. But he's got the power and the stamina, as well as the body attack, to be able to wear Tszyu down, break him up, and then open up the shot to catch him up top. And that's either the beginning of the end or the outright end of the fight. Either by outright knockout or TKO. Most likely in the seventh. I can see it happening in the seventh. And that would be my prediction. Again, I could be wrong. I could be right. I'm not saying I know all. Definitely I don't. But from what I see in those two styles of fights, or those two styles of fighters, Tszyu got this. I think Tszyu got this. On top of the consistent fighting that he's done over the last year into this year, and the long layoff that we've seen Fundora take in his tenure after that KO. Yeah, no, I think Sue's got this.